Hey up everybody, I hope you're good. Right, today I will be making a lamb Rogan Josh. It's a really nice curry and I haven't made one before. So I'll show you the ingredients and we'll crack on with it. Right, so one of the main reasons I'm doing this dish is because we had some leftover lamb from a while ago in the freezer that need using up. Our freezer's chocker and we keep putting stuff in. So yes, I thought why not, I'll do a lamb Rogan Josh. So there's some leftover lamb there. We have some ginger, you want about a teaspoon. 3 garlic cloves. 1 cinnamon stick, sorry that's broken up a little bit. Right, and for our spices, you're going to need some cardamom pods, some ground cumin, some ground coriander, some paprika, and it says fennel powder, but I haven't got any fennel powder, so I'm going to do is crush up some of these fennel seeds, like so. Some turmeric, or turmeric, however, yeah. Some chili, I'm using Kashmiri, some garam masala. We have there's some nutmeg in there. That's our little nutmeg grater, so some nutmeg. Some salt. Some passata. I'll tell you the amounts later. Some ghee. If you don't have ghee, use butter. And some coriander. And I'm going to be serving, you could serve it with rice or whatever you wanted rice. I'm just going to do it with naan bread because it's only for 2 of us and I think it's a bit of a carb overload if I have rice and naan bread. So these needed using up. So again, I'll use those. And the last bit is some yogurt to go into there. Right, so let's get cracking. And Betty does it again. Sorry guys, I have got a few things on my mind, so 1 large onion, or I'm using 2 small ones. How can you forget the onions? Never mind. Right, so that's definitely it now. Right, I do apologise again. I've got a few things on my mind, as you know. It also needs 375 mils of chicken stock with like a couple of stock cubes or 1 stock cube. And it also needs some cloves. I can't find my cloves anywhere, so I'm going to have to leave them out. So, right, finally, I think we can get cracking with it now. Okay, so I've got 3.5 tablespoons of ghee in there, or butter if you're using butter. Yes, 3.5 tablespoons over a medium heat. So into here goes this is where you'd add the cloves if you had any, but we haven't got any cloves, so I can't add any cloves, but the cardamom pods go in along with the cinnamon stick. And I'm just going to simply just let that fry for about just a minute, that's all, just to impart the flavours into there. Obviously you'll have to remove these at the end, otherwise you'll be chomping on cinnamon stick, which wouldn't be good. Yeah, so I'm just going to let them gently fry, just for a little minute, and then the onions will be going in next. Let me find my little scraper. We've had sort of a rearrange of the kitchen drawers, so I'm just trying to find the scraper mover thing, and I don't know what Manda's done with it. Is it down there? I can't seem to find it. Never mind, I'll have to use something else instead. I'm just going to have to use a knife. Right, so that will do for that. So like I said, now it's in with the onion, finely chopped onion, 1 large one, or like I've got 2 smaller ones going into there now. There we go. So that's the onions in. And we're going to cook these same heat, medium heat for about 7 minutes until they're starting to go nicely golden brown. So that's had 7 minutes now. Just starting to go a nice light golden colour. So the next thing to go in is our ginger and garlic. So we had 3 garlic cloves that I've just minced, and you want about a tablespoon's worth of ginger, and we're going to cook this out for a minute. Wow, by God, that smells nice now. It smelt nice with them cardamom pods and the cinnamon in here, but this is, I'm just going to turn it down a little bit just so it doesn't catch too much. I'm just going to cook that for about a minute, and then we're going to move on to our spices. Yeah, you can see that's starting to colour now. It's starting to go a nice golden brown. Texture like sun. Aye. So, yeah. So, I'm going to say that's about right. So now it's time to start with the spices. So let me find the correct spoon. Where's my teaspoon? Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Right. Spices. 2 tablespoons of paprika. Right. Give that a bit of a stir. Right, and 3/4 of a teaspoon. Where's my teaspoon? Yes, 3/4 of a teaspoon of chili powder. I'm going to be using Kashmiri, which isn't too spicy. It's just nice. It's a nice. In fact, I'll just put. There we go. Give that a stir in. Righty-ho. Next is the ground coriander, and you want 4 teaspoons. There we go. That's the ground coriander. Next is the ground cumin, again 4 teaspoons. I'm hoping we've got 4 teaspoons in here. 1, 2, 3. That'll do. That's the ground cumin. Let's give it a bit of a stir. Wow, that's smelling nice, that now. The idea is just to toast these spices off a little bit. Oh, it smells absolutely delicious, that. Right, what is next? So, 2 teaspoons of turmeric. Or turmeric, whichever way you want to pronounce it. 1, 2. And you're going to need 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Here it comes. And you want a quarter of a teaspoon of nutmeg. So I'm just going to grate this in and get it basically. Just going to give that a bit of a stir first. It's getting a bit powder heavy now. So I'm going to go in with some nutmeg, about a quarter of a teaspoon. Well done, Ian. Straight into the pot, like a pro. I think that'll do. Again, give that a stir. That smells absolutely delicious. Right, and you want about half a teaspoon of the fennel powder. I remember I said I had fennel seeds, so I've just ground them up in a pestle mortar, and you want about half a teaspoon, and it smells absolutely delicious when fennel, aniseedy. It smells really, really nice, that. I really like that. So that is our spices done. So it's on to the next stage. Next to go in is about 5 tablespoons of passata. So I'm just going to do this by eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give that a stir. Whoa, banging. Next to go in is the stock, and then some salt. So 375 mils of the chicken stock. Lovely. Look at the colour of that. That looks and smells absolutely delicious. So we're going to add some salt. Oh god, there's not much salt left in there. I think I'm just going to have some, we've got no ground salt there. So I'm just going to add a little bit of normal salt. I'm not going to add too much. In because there's quite a bit of salt in the stock. Oh, I'll tell you what, guys, that smells absolutely amazing. Right, so that's all mixed together. So next to go in is our lamb, which I said we had leftover. It's the main reason I'm doing this dish. So it's all nicely cubed up. I don't know the weight of that, but you can add as much in as you like. So that is that. There we go. Right, so we've got to bring that up to the simmer now. Just bring it up. Let's turn it up. I'll just get this up, and then when it's simmering gently, we stick the lid on and you leave it to simmer away, tenderise that lamb. The lamb's already cooked, so it's just a matter of bringing this up to the boil. I'll be back in a second, guys. So that is that. Now just simmering away, lid on, and leave it for 1 hour and 45 minutes. Checking on it occasionally and stir it if it needs it. To be honest, I think this recipe was for using lamb that's uncooked. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably leave that for about 40 minutes and see how we are from there and see what it's like. Right, so that's had its 40 minutes now. So I've took the lid off. I'm now going to add in some of the yogurt, which I've forgotten to get out of the fridge again because I put it back in the fridge. So I'm going to add, now, going to let that just simmer away a little bit. But I'm going to add a dollop or 2 of this yogurt and mix it in there. So these, what, about a dessert spoon here, if that. I'm going to put another one in. There we go. Just lightens the colour up a little bit. I've already tasted the seasoning and it is perfect. It's not too overpowering, it's not too hot. Right, and the last finishing touches is another teaspoon. That's half a tablespoon. Where's my teaspoon? There it is, Yeah, 1 teaspoon, an extra teaspoon of garam masala. is going into that. And then the fennel seeds, which I've crushed, I'm going to add a little bit more of that in just to finish it off. Just to give it that little bit of aniseedy note. That's right, so I'm just going to give that a little bit of a taste. Now that that's in there. Oh wow, that is amazing. It's all had a chance to come together. Like I said with the timings, I think I didn't read the recipe properly, and I think it was for uncooked lamb, so that's why I said an hour and 45 minutes. But it was already cooked, that lamb, so 40 minutes is well suffice. So I'm just going to let that simmer away gently for about 10 minutes or so, just to thicken it up a little bit. Okay, so that's been bubbling away now for about 10-12 minutes. And it's reduced right down, the oil had come to the top a little bit. That was perfect. So that is that now done. So I'm going to put the lid on it and leave it now because we're not ready for it yet. So I'll come back and I'll do the naan breads later on as we're going to serve up. So I've just reheated the curry up, warmed up my naan bread, sprinkled it with some coriander. So there it is, that is my version of lamb Rogan Josh. So it's now taste testing time. Right, so let's give this beauty a bash. So some of this mixed in. Get some of this lovely lamb. Oh wow, 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 wow. A lot of spices and stuff, and yet I always find making any curry from scratch beats any shop bought, and that is no exception. I mean, it just looks fantastic, it tastes fantastic, fresh with the coriander, the lovely taste of the lamb, and you can taste all the spices in there. Wow, wow, wow. So, like I say, you could serve that with rice, chips, rice and chips, naan bread, flatbreads, whatever you want. It's just absolutely delicious. And mop it up with a bit of naan bread. You can't whack it, as I say up here. That gets a thumbs up from me. So if you like the look of it, please give it a go. I don't think you'll regret it. That is fantastic. So once again, thank you everybody for all your lovely comments, all your lovely recipe ideas. Keep the likes coming, makes a big difference. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. It really helps the pair of us. So yeah, I will leave it there. That is absolutely banging. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. So take care everybody, and I'll see you later. Bye for now. Bye.